Every step she takes.
You've been getting these notes for 2 years?
Every move she makes.
Everybody has their breaking point.
He's been watching. New Criminal Minds Wednesday. WTAJ, your news leader. From all corners of central Pennsylvania, this is WTAJ News at 11.
A devastating fire in Punxsutawney destroys one house and damages 2 others. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Andrew Capasso. We begin tonight in Punxsutawney, where firefighters get called to a massive house fire early this morning. Around 5 o'clock, this 3-story house on Cherry Street went up in flames. A state fire marshal says the blaze caused about $60,000 in damage. The fire started on the first floor, but officials are still trying to figure out what it was that sparked the blaze. Now, because of the intense heat, there was damage to the siding on houses on either side of the one that's in flames. We're told one firefighter had to be treated for a minor ankle injury. New at 11 tonight, police in Mifflin County say they might be able to solve a rash of counterfeit bill complaints after an arrest yesterday. And they say the Secret Service is now involved in that investigation. Police say last night after 7:30, they were called to the Domino's in Lewistown for fake bills. They say they were able to identify and find the suspect just a little while later. They took money and electronic equipment from the suspect's home. Police aren't releasing the suspect's name and say the investigation will be, quote, involved and ongoing. Also new at 11 tonight, the coroner in Mifflin County says a Union Township man has died after a sawing accident. The coroner says 70-year-old Howard Traster was sawing a tree at his home sometime yesterday when the saw he was using bucked, throwing him back. An autopsy will be performed on Traster to determine the cause of death. His body was discovered just after 11 o'clock this morning. Police are looking for whoever went to a park in White Township, Indiana County, and exposed himself to some kids. Police say around 1 this afternoon, a man in his 50s pulled up in a Cadillac Escalade and exposed himself in the parking lot while kids were playing just a few feet away. Police say they don't have a suspect and the investigation is ongoing. A 35-year-old Morrisdale man is recovering tonight after an accident in Covington Township, Clearfield County. Police say Friday night, Daniel Cutler was on his motorcycle on State Highway 879 when a deer ran across the road and hit him. Neither Cutler or his 30-year-old passenger were wearing helmets. Police say Cutler was injured and taken to the hospital. He'll be cited for not having a Class M license. And a 60-year-old New York man is injured after a gust of wind threw an orange construction barrel into the path of his motorcycle. Police say just after 1 this afternoon, John Boogie was on Interstate 99 near mile marker 41 when he was hit by the barrel. Police say Boogie drugged that barrel for about 75 feet before he lost control and slid, hitting the guide rails. Police say Boogie was taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Now, from your news leader, Weather First.
The clouds were difficult to break this morning, but as we went into the afternoon, they did break up, and we had a lot of sunshine as we went later into the afternoon, and that has continued through tonight, a mainly clear sky. And we look at the satellite and radar picture, not a whole lot going on. It's been a mainly clear sky over much of the region tonight, and that will be the case as we go right on through tonight and through the first part of tomorrow. Just a lot of clear sky, and with the clear sky, the winds have been diminishing through the evening. That is allowing our temperatures to fall, already down to 49 in Brookville, 48 in Somerset and Emporium. Still hanging on to some 50s in some of the valley spots, but everybody's pretty much going to be down near 40 tonight, but the outlying spots are going to be a bit cooler. 37 on average for an overnight low tonight. Clear and chilly. There will be patchy frost outside of the towns and some of the rural valleys. And then when you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll see some sunshine. And you'll need the jacket when you first leave tomorrow morning, but you'll be shedding that jacket very quickly through the day. We'll see temperatures rising through the 40s, and by the midday hours, we're probably going to be up near 60. It is going to be a very fast warm-up with a lot of sunshine, and we have a nice day on the way for tomorrow. And good news is no real cool weather on tap this week. We will be pretty much near average, so no real warm weather, no real cool weather. I'll have details on that with your complete 7-day forecast in a few minutes. Andrew?
All right, Brian, thank you. In campaign news tonight, you think the race for the White House is a tight one here. Well, in the latest primary from the island of Guam, Barack Obama defeated Hillary Clinton by a mere 7 votes. Not very many. Today, both candidates hit the airwaves in the final push before the next big primaries on Tuesday. CBS News correspondent Manuel Gallegos has the latest.
Because they were right there.
Senator Barack Obama admits it's been a rough couple of weeks, but a new CBS News New York Times poll shows he's weathered it well. Despite the flack over his former pastor, Obama's on the rebound. He now leads Republican John McCain in a hypothetical fall contest, 51-40. Senator Hillary Clinton leads McCain by slightly more, but Sunday took heat over recent remarks about what she would do if Iran attacked Israel.
I want the Iranians to know that if I'm the president, we will attack Iran. And I want them to understand that. We would be able to totally obliterate them.
Well, it's not the language that we need right now, and I think it's language that's reflective of George Bush.
Clinton says she has no regrets about her choice of words.
I sure want to make it abundantly clear to them that they would face a tremendous cost if they did such a thing.
Soaring gas prices have come to define the campaign in Indiana.
102. What else?
Both candidates stumped there Sunday, Clinton pushing her 3-month holiday from the gas tax.
We need short-term relief and we need long-term planning, and I offer both.
Obama calls it a classic Washington gimmick.
The average driver would save 30 cents per day for a grand total of $28. That's assuming that the oil companies don't step in and raise prices by the same amount that the tax has been reduced.
Support for the gas tax holiday is evenly split, according to the CBS News New York Times poll. But a whopping 70% say it's a blatant political tactic. Manuel Gallegos, CBS News.
And locally, folks who thought Pennsylvania could decide the Democratic race are wondering what this drawn-out primary process could mean for the Democrats' hopes come November. WTAJ News reporter Adam Palooka has more from State College.
First it was Texas and Ohio, then Pennsylvania. Now the crucial Democratic primaries are in Indiana and North Carolina. What happens if there's still no clear winner after the Tuesday contest? Well, students here at Penn State have mixed reactions. Political experts say Pennsylvania's primary was important, but it didn't help crown a winner of the Democratic presidential nomination. Now the race turns to Indiana and North Carolina. The Democrats have spent the past 2 weeks campaigning there. New York Senator Hillary Clinton won Pennsylvania by 10 points, but gained little ground in her fight to overtake Illinois Senator Barack Obama's delegate lead. On March 4th, Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee abandoned his bid to be president, essentially handing the Republican nomination to Arizona Senator John McCain. Penn State students who saw Obama beat Clinton in Center County say they're not sure this drawn-out primary process is good for the party, but one thinks it may be good for McCain.
I definitely think they should continue to fight it out. I think it's up to the public to decide what they want to, who they want to be their leader. It's not up to them to give up, because I think it just shows their character if they just keep on going.
I kind of think McCain's going to win the whole election. So.
Why do you think McCain's going to win the election?
Democrats are basically tearing themselves apart by racing against each other. So.
It does worry me a little bit, because I feel like people are going to be so behind their one candidate that, when the other one gets chosen, they might be angry.
And polls show Senator Barack Obama with a slim lead over Senator Clinton in North Carolina. And in Indiana, the two are in a dead heat. In State College, Adam Palooka, WTAJ News.
All right, from politics to animal news, a Center County animal shelter gives new meaning to the word catwalk. Center County Paws, a no-kill animal shelter in Benner Township, hosted its first ever Fashion for Compassion animal show. Dozens of dogs and cats got their chance to strut their stuff this afternoon. Organizers hope to raise $10,000 to keep the shelter up and running.
So excited. We have about 150 people here, and it was our first, the inaugural fashion show. We hope to have another one in the upcoming future.
And organizers say this is the first ever Fashion for Compassion, and they hope to do it all over again next year. And it was a nice day to go for a walk today, especially if you had a four-legged friend to share it with. What kind of bark is that? This is the walk that went to the dogs, well, and the cats too. These four-legged canines and their two-legged humans all came out to Shawnee State Park in Bedford County for the Bedford County Humane Society's annual walk. The county commissioners presented a $1,000 check to get the walk started on the right foot or right paw. More than 100 humans came out to the whole thing, and the Humane Society raised over $7,500. All the proceeds will be used for supplies and animal care at the Humane Society shelter. Nice day for humans out there too, and because of that, Del Grosso's amusement park opened their doors for the 2008 season today. The park celebrated the opening by giving 2 hours of free rides this morning. Del Grosso's will be open on the weekends and Memorial Day through June 1st, and then be open through September 28th. Looks like that looks like my favorite ride right there. That could be a lot of fun. I guess we'll find out. Well, still lots more ahead tonight at 11. Hope you got a chance to get outside and enjoy some of the nice weather we had this weekend. Brian Thompson's putting the final touches now on what I'm sure is a forecast filled with brilliant sunshine. He'll tell us if I'm right, coming up after the break. And more of this amazing video of a tornado in Oklahoma. Stay with us. You're watching your news leader.
Happy Mother's Day from Ross. Ross has a fantastic selection of gifts for Mom at prices you won't find anywhere else. So give Mom the best this Mother's Day from Ross.
Mahoning Outdoor Furnaces can save you money when heating your home. Located safely outside, our furnaces provide you with clean, thermostat-controlled heat and hot water.
I kept track of my electric bill, and in 1 year's time, my electric bill had come down $550. And when we put our furnace in, we cut our heating bill down about $2,500 to $3,000 a year. We're saving right now.
Mahoning Outdoor Furnaces, the natural way to heat. Call today for our dealer nearest you.
I love my Mahoning Outdoor Furnace.
Get ready to double up and save big with the Comcast Digital Double Play. Just $66 a month for 6 months. Call 1-800-COMCAST and get Comcast Digital Cable with thousands of on-demand movies and shows you can start anytime. And Comcast Digital Voice with unlimited local and long distance. Great TV and home phone service together for one low price. Just $66 a month for 6 months. The Comcast Digital Double Play. Call 1-800-COMCAST and save on the double.
Go to a department store for baby clothes, and here's what you get for $19. Go to Ross, and for the same $19, you'll get the blankie and something for him to actually wear. Ross, it's a brand new day. 2.5 Men, Monday through Saturday at 7:30 on WTAJ, your news leader. You're watching WTAJ News at 11 with Andrew Capasso. From your news leader, WTAJ News at 11 continues.
Welcome back. Check out this tornado caught on tape by a storm chaser working for Tulsa CBS affiliate KOTV last week. The man shot this video 50 miles west of Tulsa near Blackburn, Oklahoma. The twister was part of a storm system that moved across the area late last week. The tornado was caught on tape in open country and didn't cause any major damage.
WTAJ Storm Tracker powered by AccuWeather with meteorologist Brian Thompson.
And that storm system did bring quite a few tornadoes to the south late last week. But that has moved on out, and it's been a pretty quiet couple of days as far as severe weather across the country. And around here, turned out to be a much nicer day with the showers and thunderstorms around yesterday. That was not the case today. We had sunshine eventually peeking through, but that really did not help our temperatures too much. We only wound up around 60 today, and especially up towards Johnstown, DuBois, you were in the 50s. So a little bit cooler than it has been recently, and that will be the case as we go. We'll be getting a little bit warmer as we go into tomorrow and Tuesday, so we'll be able to say goodbye to the 50s for a little while. Johnstown, a pretty nice night. It is very calm, clear, just a very quiet night across the region. Temperature right now in Johnstown already down to 48. Dew points are low right now in Johnstown. It is down to 30. So with a clear sky and a pretty light wind. The winds have been diminishing. It was pretty breezy outside today, but the winds have been diminishing this evening, and with that, we'll see temperatures fall pretty quickly as we go through the rest of the night. And overlooking Altoona, also a very quiet night here, 52 degrees and a calm wind right now in Altoona. Elsewhere, already down to 43 in Indiana, 46 in DuBois, 47 up in St. Mary's. Still some 50s in the valley spots, and it is going to be a struggle to get many of these areas down below 40 tonight, but a lot of the rural spots will be down into the 30s. The towns will be closer to 40, I think, as we go through the rest of the night. Weather watchers checking in tonight. Everybody reporting a clear sky. Sue and Hollandtown at 44. Roy down in Wood already down to 41. He'll be well down into the 30s for tonight. Bob and Huntington 50, and Phyllis and Milesburg 51. So again, some of these valley spots, especially across the eastern half of the area, are still on the mild side compared to where the rest of the area is, and those spots will stay a little bit warmer for tonight. On the satellite and radar picture, the clouds pretty much moved on out of here by the middle of the afternoon. We're left with a lot of sunshine, and that has pretty much stayed with us for the rest of, through the evening hours, and that will continue right on through the night. We're looking at a mainly clear, chilly night. Again, we'll have patchy frost mainly away from the towns and some of the valley spots, especially the deeper valleys. Those are really where we're going to see the coldest readings for tonight. Again, many spots in the upper 30s to around 40, especially closer to the towns, but again, out toward the rural spots and also across the north, you guys will be down into the 30s for tonight. On Futurecast, high pressure building in for tonight and into tomorrow. That's what's giving us the mainly clear sky, and that will continue through the day tomorrow. Notice not a whole lot of clouds. We're going to have a few afternoon clouds to the day tomorrow, but for the most part, going to be a very quiet day for tomorrow. Tuesday looks okay at this point. There could be a late day shower. Notice the clouds start to increase during the day on Tuesday, and as this disturbance gets a little closer, I won't be shocked if we see a shower up to the north and west as we go late into Tuesday, but most areas will stay dry. And then as we go towards the end of the week, this frontal boundary is going to play some havoc with our weather. It could give us a lot of clouds and a few showers Wednesday and Thursday, but as we go towards Friday, I think things are going to get even a little worse. Some clouds and maybe some periods of rain, but for the most part, Wednesday and Thursday should not be a total washout. Pinpoint Futurecast as we go through the rest of tomorrow. Notice we start out in the 30s, but as I told you earlier, it's going to warm up very quickly. And notice by about 11 o'clock, we're already up near 60. And for the rest of the afternoon, we get well into the 60s. So it will be a good bit warmer than it was today. And especially if you're in the sunshine, it is going to feel very warm outside. So mostly sunny, pleasant start to the work week. High temperatures for tomorrow will be in the mid and upper 60s. The rest of your 7-day forecast, 68 for Tuesday with clouds and sunshine. Again, there could be a late day shower up to the north and west, but most areas stay dry. Maybe a shower or thunderstorm Wednesday and also again on Thursday, but the better chance of rain comes on Friday, with the weekend looking a little better at this point. I think we'll break out some sunshine and again, very comfortable temperatures in the 60s.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When it comes to relieving arthritis pain, you may think some prescription NSAID pain relievers like ibuprofen, naproxen, and meloxicam don't have any cardiovascular risks, but based on the available research, that's not clear. And if you look closer, the FDA requires all these prescription NSAID pain relievers, including Celebrex, to have the same cardiovascular warning. Any prescription NSAID, including Celebrex, may increase the chance of heart attack or stroke, which can lead to death. This chance increases if you have heart disease or risk factors for it, such as high blood pressure or when NSAIDs are taken for long periods. All prescription NSAIDs, including Celebrex, also increase the chance of serious skin reactions or stomach and intestine problems, such as bleeding and ulcers, which can occur without warning and may cause death. With any of these medicines, patients also taking aspirin and the elderly are at increased risk for stomach bleeding and ulcers. All prescription NSAIDs have some of the same warnings, and they all help treat arthritis pain. But since individual results may vary, having options is important. An NSAID like Celebrex may be one option. You also may be surprised to learn prescription Celebrex has never been taken off the market. Actually, based on the available data, the FDA stated that for certain patients, Celebrex's benefits outweigh the risks. But only you and your doctor can make that decision. And if you're concerned about stomach upset, you should know. In clinical studies, a lower percentage of patients taking Celebrex reported stomach discomfort versus prescription ibuprofen and naproxen. What's more, Celebrex can be used with low-dose aspirin. Other prescription NSAIDs aren't generally recommended with aspirin. Celebrex relieves arthritis pain, stiffness, and inflammation. Just one 200 milligram dose provides 24-hour relief. Do not take Celebrex if you've had allergic reactions to aspirin or sulfonamides. For many with arthritis pain, not treating is not an option. Go to Celebrex.com for more information and talk to your doctor about Celebrex and see what's right for you. Understand the risks, see the benefits.
Spring into home improvements at Clearfield Bank and Trust. Borrow affordably with a variety of terms. We have payments to fit your budget. Apply today. It's easy.
Taking a look across America tonight, Indianapolis police say a 5-year-old boy accidentally shot and killed his 4-year-old sister while playing with his father's handgun. Officials say it happened this morning in a home on the city's northeast side. Officers found the girl in an upstairs bedroom with a gunshot wound to the head. They performed CPR, but the girl was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say the 5-year-old boy pulled a chair up to the bookcase in the living room and took his father's semi-automatic handgun from the top shelf. They say the boy took the gun upstairs, pointed it at his sister, and pulled the trigger. The father wasn't home at the time, but the father was home at the time, but the mother wasn't. The boy and his 15-year-old stepsister were handed over to Child Protection Services. A door was damaged and a window was broken after an explosion at the federal courthouse in San Diego, California early this morning. Authorities there say there was a loud blast about 1:40 in the morning at the Edward J. Schwartz Federal Courthouse. Streets around the building were closed as the FBI and ATF gathered evidence. An FBI spokesman says it appears the explosion was caused by a pipe bomb. No injuries were reported. And in Texas, an SUV slammed into the back of a logging truck parked on the side of a busy highway in Houston Friday morning. Take a look at this. The driver of the SUV was injured when one of the logs crashed through the front windshield and knocked out the back windshield. The unidentified driver was rushed to the hospital. Traffic was backed up as drivers slowed down to take a look at the thing. It took a while for things to get back to normal. Well, in sports, the Penn State men's volleyball team brings home the hardware to the Happy Valley, and the Curve wrap up their doubleheader in Altoona. That plus Penn's playoff highlights coming up next in sports.
Are you having trouble finding a job? Let Sverion be your answer. Our staffing specialists have helped place thousands of people like you in satisfying and rewarding careers. Visit wearecentralpa.com's Ask the Professional to learn how Sverion can help you find your next job.
When Donegal issued our first policy in 1889, we promised to provide quality insurance protection at a great price, backed by superior customer service. Through the years, there have been more than a few changes in the world, but one thing remains the same.
25 years.
Donegal offers the price, coverage, and superior service that makes the difference. For insurance for your car and home, the picture is clear. Donegal is a better value.
Hey Curve fans, this is Todd Parnell, General Manager of the Altoona Curve, everybody's hometown team, inviting you to Blair County Ballpark for our 2008 baseball season, where we take our baseball very, very seriously.
The Altoona Curve's 10th anniversary season is underway. Don't miss out on any of the great baseball action. Call 877-99-CURVE or log on to altoonacurve.com and purchase your tickets today.
That was pretty good.
From Mountain Nittany to Beaver Stadium to your mama's house, we got you covered every weekday morning.
Big D and Bubba. And don't forget to join me, Drew Shannon, weekdays 3 to 7. We've got free food at 4, the Kids Club question of the day, the Bud Light Drive at 5, and a whole lot more.
Hi, it's Big D and Bubba from 105.9 Joe FM.
Waking up the Happy Valley weekday mornings. News, we got fun, we got a ton of great music. Where you at? There's another Joe in town. Thanks for listening to Joe FM.
Spring has arrived, and so has the outdoor carpet season at Blair Mill Outlet. Get your outdoor carpeting now while our selection is at its best and prices are at their lowest. You'll find a huge selection of outdoor carpeting with new styles, patterns, and colors you've never seen before. If you're looking to carpet your patio, pool, or even your boat this summer, come into Blair Mill Outlet and see why we say,
we're the store for your floor.
We did have some cooler mornings across the region recently, but it looks like we will be turning a corner. Some milder weather will be in the forecast. I'll have the details on WTAJ News this morning.
Holiday Pools and Spas is a proud sponsor of this segment of WTAJ News. From your news leader, WTAJ Sports with Mike Muller.
All right, the Flyers already punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's time for the Pens to step it up here. They take a 3-1 series lead into the Igloo. The Pens trying to bounce back from that Game 4 letdown. Can't happen again. Come on now. Second period, 1-0 Pens. Evgeny Malkin. How big has this guy been this season? Nice backhand goal, 2-0. Pens on top, but the third period, here come the Rangers. Nigel Dawes, backhander's good. Assist from Scott Gomez. We are tied at 2. We go to overtime, and guess what? That acquisition pays off. Marian Hossa, there you have it. That's his second of the game. The Pens move on. They win 3-2 in OT.
Almost 5 minutes, score a game-winning goal, and the team is winning. Little bumps and bruises, but that's normal in the playoffs.
Take us through that last goal.
Well, that was kind of 3-on-3, and that was broken play, and the puck came to me, and I tried to shoot. I kind of missed the shot and went 5-hole.
Well, how about some bonus baseball at the BCB? The Curve and Seawolves making up their twin bill today after getting washed out last night. Oh boy, Steamer, happy birthday. 10 years old today. There he is in his birthday suit. You naughty boy, you. First inning, Max St. Pierre. Nice little single to left. That'll score Freddie Guzman. Seawolves jumped on top early at 2-0. But next inning, here comes Janelle Pacheco. Nice base knock there. Here comes Chris Watts, in to score. We are tied at 2, and then later in the 8th, we're tied. Not any longer. Melvin Dortis, see you later. A walk-off shot. That was 3 for 4 in the game. 2 RBI. Curve take game 1 in exciting fashion, 4-3. The Seawolves take game 2, 9-2. Brian Holiday making that spot start roughed up in his Curve debut. Goes 3 2/3. Gives up 5 runs. Jason Delaney 1 for 3 with an RBI. The Curve play at Akron tomorrow night. And now we talk some baseball with Altoona Mirror beat writer KSCG Guy, what's going on?
Mike, how's everything going?
Back in it now. We're going to talk some specifics here. They had that 6 loss losing streak, is what it's called. They were 2 for 4 in the homestand, but they lost a lot of close games, especially with the bullpen blowing up in Erie.
Curve been playing well. They lost 6 in a row. They finished 2-4 on this homestand, but at least they're staying in games. The offense is exciting. Melvin Dorda wins the game today with a fantastic walk-off home run. What I like about the team is the offense keeps the team in the game, and you always know that they're going to be a scrappy bunch. They're able to come back a couple times in the late innings. That's what you want to see. That's a test of character from a team.
Well, you're also pointing up the road schedule coming up too. How big is this stretch coming up for them?
Mike, they've got 21 of their next 28 games on the road. I believe this is really going to make or break the first half of the season. I think the Curve, they're 4-6 on the road so far, and they're going to have to hold their own on this road trip because it's tough for any team at any level of baseball to go on the road and win consistently. So 21 out of 28 away from home, they're going to have to do well during this stretch.
Well, now saying that too, we talk about Tim Leeper, the manager there. His hands are kind of tied at times that people may not know about. They'll see him pulling a pitcher from now and then. Talk about maybe the struggles and the catch-22 that he's in with this team and the new Pirate system.
Well, it's just the way things work in the minor leagues. Minor league coaches have to do things that the organization says they have to do. That means that pitchers have to be on certain pitch counts. Certain pitchers have to last a certain amount of innings. So a lot of times you'll hear out at the ballpark, a pitcher might give up a couple of runs in an inning and you'll hear fans saying, get him out of there, get him out of there. Well, but that's not necessarily the way things work in the minor leagues. And with this new regime that the Pirates have, they're doing things a little differently than they've done in the past. And it does tie the hands of the coaching staff a little bit. Now, all teams are doing this. I mean, every organization has to do these types of things. But we've certainly seen that's a big difference this season.
And then also, I know you're writing about the fans. A beautiful turnout today, more than 7,500 on there. There you have it, beautiful day. Is this going to be picking up now, you think? Or they definitely can't blame the promotions, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? Todd Parnell, the general manager, said some things the other day about the lack of fan support so far throughout the season. But you know what? He said it on May 2nd. And what we've seen in the Eastern League here for 10 seasons now is April and May, the weather is horrible. It's tough for fans to come out, So I think Parney might have jumped the gun just a little bit because, the crowd today was 7,500, largest of the season. The crowds will be good.
They will be, and thank you. You're always good on this show. We're going to keep on bringing them back. Thank you very much, Corey. Let's show you some Pirate highlights today. They were trying to split a series with the just woeful Nats. First inning, Nick Johnson singles to left field. That'll play Christian Guzman. Guzman was going off the other day. Nats up 1-0. Fourth inning, Aaron Boone, C.U. Later, deep to left center off Ian Snell. Snell gave up 4 runs in 6 frames of work. 3-0 Nats. 7th inning, runners on second and third for Doug Mankiewicz. Grounds out to end the inning. Bucks lose 5-2 and drop 3 of 4 from the Nats. Pirates, they're done. Phillies closing out their series with the San Francisco Giants. 4th inning, check this out. Jose Castillo, little single. Here comes Shane Victorino coming up with the gun. Emmanuel Burris runs over Carlos Ruiz, but they call him out. They call him safe, actually. Giants down 2-1. 9th inning, game tied at 5. That is an error off the Jeff Jenkins grounder. Here comes Ryan Howard. He used to play in the Eastern League. The Phils win it on an error right there, 6-5, your final. Well, we've all heard of the Madden curse, but the Steelers minicamp might be just as bad. Top draft pick Rashard Mendenhall pulled his hamstring on the first day of practice, missed both sessions yesterday and will not practice today. This is his 2nd straight year. The Steelers' top draft pick was injured during camp. Remember, last season, Lawrence Timmons and Lamar Woodley both suffered injuries. Well, Ben Roethlisberger also done at mini-camp practice. He was excused from the team yesterday by head coach Mike Tomlin for what he called a prior personal issue they needed to attend to. The Steelers also signed undrafted rookie wide receiver Kevin Marion out of Wake Forest. Well, it's a long trip back from Irvine, California, but not when you bring home a national championship. Yay, the Penn State men's volleyball team arrived home in Happy Valley, boasting their NCAA national trophy. It's their first title since 1994. 2nd overall for the program. The women won back in the fall, making this the 2nd time in tournament history that one school swept both titles in the same season. So take that, all you West Coast homers.
And it's not so much who you play or whether you have a tan in February for the men. It's about how you train and how you play. And I think this team has done a great job, and certainly Russ's team did one just as well in the fall.
It gives us a lot of publicity on the East Coast, get a lot of kids out there to go play volleyball and keep with it. And hopefully we can get a bunch of more recruits for all the schools on the East Coast to kind of build up our programs.
Thanks to Corey Geiger for joining us and dropping some knowledge on us. News will be back right after this.
Where's the best place to announce someone's birthday? WeAreCentralPA.com. Log on right now, click on the Meadows birthday wish link, and send someone a birthday greeting. Each week, one lucky winner will receive a Meadows ice cream cake. It's the region's biggest and best birthday card. WeAreCentralPA.com.
Do you need an idea for your new home or your next remodeling project? Then visit the area's most complete idea showroom at YBC, and you'll find exactly what you need. Over 40 exquisite displays, just as you would see them in your home, featuring kitchens and baths, windows, doors, roofing, siding, and much, much more. Come to the nearest YBC Idea showroom in Altoona, State College, and Huntington, and our professional staff will bring your home building projects to life.
We care because we own it. Your building centers.
WTAJ TV, the news leader, has a full-time opening for an account executive in our State College office. The successful candidate will focus on new business development. This candidate must also be a self-motivated team player. Previous sales experience is preferred. WTAJ TV is an equal opportunity employer.
Amy Markle will show you how you can put some extra money in your pocket. Tuesday on WTAJ News at 6. We all have items sitting around our house but don't know what to do with them. Sell it online. Online sales have been a great way to make extra money, and you'll meet one local man who turned it into a full-time job with sales over $300,000 a year.
Join me to see if I can make a little extra cash by turning trash into treasure online. That's Tuesday on WTAJ News at 6.
Buying or selling? Call Dan Peters & Associates, your local real estate agency serving Central Pennsylvania. For a free market evaluation, call 686-1966. 686-1966.
CBS May is gonna be big. Big new episodes of all your favorite shows. The big Survivor finale, big fun on The Price is Right $1 Million Spectacular, plus the ACM Awards and the season finales of TV's biggest dramas. Big new May on CBS and WTAJ. It's time to register for the 12th Annual Children's Miracle Network Golf Tournament, hosted by RE/MAX Center Realty. All proceeds benefit the Janet Weiss Children's Hospital. So don't wait, register now, and enjoy a great day of golfing while helping sick and injured children. Inside Edition, Monday through Saturday at 7 on WTAJ, your news leader.
And before we go, Mr. Thompson, one last check of what's going on upstairs in the atmosphere.
10-day future track. We're going to stay in the 60s for much of the week, but then by after a pretty nice weekend, I think we're going to take a dive back into the 50s by early next week.
That's the news. Have a good night.
Edgar Snyder is a proud sponsor of closed captioning for WTAJ News.
When Donegal issued our first policy in 1889, we promised to provide quality insurance protection at a great price, backed by superior customer service. Through the years, there have been more than a few changes in the world, but one thing remains the same.
25 years ago.
Donegal offers the price, coverage, and superior service that makes the difference. For insurance for your car and home, the picture is clear. Donegal is a better value.
Your new sofa is perfect for this room, and it's so comfortable.
Thanks. I found the style at Wolf's, and the color is perfect because they had hundreds of fabrics I could choose from and special order it just the way I wanted.
That must have cost you a bundle.
No, not at all. It's a Lazy Boy.
Well, that explains the comfort.
And any Lazy Boy sofa or sectional at Wolf's can be custom ordered using many of their fabrics at no additional charge. And I couldn't believe how quickly it was delivered.
That's incredible.
That's Wolf Furniture.
CBS May is gonna be big. Big new episodes of all your favorite shows. The big Survivor finale, big fun on The Price is Right $1 Million Spectacular, plus the ACM Awards and the season finales of TV's biggest dramas, including the CSI that will change everything. News, weather, and sports from WTAJ News, and great programs you'll only see on WTAJ, like Oprah, Rachel Ray, and Inside Edition. Big new May on CBS and WTAJ. Amy Markle will show you how you can put some extra money in your pocket. Tuesday on WTAJ News at 6. We all have items sitting around our house but don't know what to do with them. Sell it online. Online sales have been a great way to make extra money, and you'll meet one local man who turned it into a full-time job with sales over $300,000 a year.
Join me to see if I can make a little extra cash by turning trash into treasure online. That's Tuesday on WTAJ News at 6.
All new, the slide, those socks, the scene that made movie history.
Come on out, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise is in Oprah's studio, celebrating 25 years since Risky Business.
What makes Tom Cruise nervous? An all-star lineup.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Dustin Hoffman.
Renee Zellweger.
David and Victoria Beckham.
Dakota Fanning.
Jamie Foxx.
Tom Cruise, Part 2.
You can't handle the truth. Monday's Oprah.
Weekdays at 4 on WTAJ.